why did she point out that there's more white people? White people are the majority, the overwhelming race, than black people. If it doesn't matter about the number, but no.
Did you hear what this racist Devin of the House of Gibson said? Even got the crucifix. These are the new signs: the beard, the crucifix. They hide behind. These people are hiding behind YouTube and internet. They did this in the '80s too, but he just snuck in and said that the Wheats are the overwhelming superior race. Now I wouldn't tell you to join BLM, but this is his fiance. You can check this out on YouTube. This is the new racial supremacist movement.
If it doesn't matter about the number, but nobody wants to talk about that. Black folks kill more black folks, crime-wise and abortion-wise. I believe all life matters. No matter.
Violet's the color of pressure. Now Christianity is the ones that's been promoting the supremacy and that kind of racial stuff. The point of this movement is it's not to say that one, and then you get the retaliation with constables saying blue livings matter, but they're not Vishnu and this is not Avatar. And he just said all living matters, but he tried to sneak in demons and devs and the wicked, and even those who are against living. That's idiotic. But here it says that the BLM, to say that black livings haven't mattered as much as other livings. That was the whole point of it all. And this is true, because what about those movies where the blackened people get killed, or they look stupid, or they don't end up with a beautiful interracial union? This is a new racism, but it's not so new. The new stuff is that hiding behind the phone and computers and doing digital. But let's take a look at that Christianity sign. You had a violet, that means pressure, and that's a sign of wickedness. So it's wicked Christianity, that's what he's saying. And you see the beard, you've seen this trend a lot. That beard, that's called the goat, and it's a Satario. It's a group in hell. When you see people speak of Christianity or the House of Apollo with the crucifix, you can best believe that they're choosing that to promote racism. This is it's more done with strategic mental stuff now. The majority of people who want guns has been the thuggies and those big beard having, pot belly or super skinny video game playing people. Racial group supremacists. They're the ones who are promoting the guns. Now, I know that the majority of people are herd, are animal or sheeps or goats, what they're going by now. But you do the math yourself and see. You got people promoting that they need to protect their homeland or this land or that land or their property, and they can only do that with a gun. They most likely can't fight, and it's pointing out that you don't need a gun to kill people, but they can shoot a bullet, and they can't do fisticuffs. Then they'll say that they're too violent. Those gathering all those guns just to stop and shoot more of those diversified, tanned people of color. The racism hasn't left. I don't see what reason women wouldn't support this, because no racial group is going to support any phase. Most of them are forced to do stuff too and consent to the male's desires. You can check this all out yourself on Google. Racists. Taking the knee. But you remember that the angel kneeled to Miriam when she was passing away at the Annunciation, took a knee. But they're not, people call themselves Christian. It's another code word towards racial supremacy. Now the latest thing is to try to attack the Norse of my uncle Odin. Would not go for that. You can find all this out yourself. This is a new movement. So you see anybody You can all find this yourself. Check out these two who are trying to cause race riot. I mean, Kid Rock had a Confederate flag, and he was doing that stuff towards rebellion, not to be a racist. But these people took him as their example and didn't care about his music or what he was about, just like any other religious icon. And you guys are just eating this up. If you heard this pink-skinned mortal, his fiancée, speak, she's coming in there fighting, picking fights, and you see his beard, you see this geeky look that he has here. I don't even see what way he got him made and like her. But either way, all his comments are derogatory. And you'll see a lot of this on YouTube. At first it was on Reddit. And they now it's even disguised themselves as Tribe of Cain people. Spanish-speaking people. This is a look of the new racial movement. And all his statements is against, and there's others who look like him. They're trying to say that they're, I'm not saying a racial slur against it, because there are some tough pink-skinned mortals, some cool, even some tough, who are true men, true tough men. But these geeks are not. They hide behind their internet, and they get people riled up. I mean, he got his other part, and that's the Titus brothers Smith, Isaac and Titus Smith brothers, and they're not that color. So it's not. Do not be thinking that this is a race thing. In truth, this is anarchy. This is the Gologia, the blazing ones, a race of demons. But no House of Apollo person, no celebrity is saying stuff about it. These people are here, don't care about pink-skinned mortals. They don't care about brown-skinned mortals. They don't care about you. They just want you fighting and to burn the nation down, burn other countries down for their master, Ahriman, or some demon from the land of shells, the Quilafol. But you see that beard, you see this, and he's like, let's get it popping. This is a reject from that race. This is racism now. They don't fight, and then they'll say they're not being racist, but they'll do the same statements. All living doesn't matter. Only living and good matters. I would never say support BLM movements or any stuff like that. But be aware that those people that did get treated like they don't matter more than any other living in the United States by constables and these kind of people there. Now, some envy and jealousy is not going to help change that. But there hasn't been no true problem with racial supremacy in the United States at all. Not until that Odin Son movie came out. And not until that George Floyd incident. The new racial slur, by the way, is leftist. That's basically saying the end phrase. Or them. It's only about line. And YouTube is allowing this. Reddit's already took over with it. Any statement about brown-skinned mortals doing this or that, it'll get shot down with a comment saying, no, that's not true. No, that's not true. No, it's all not true. They're not gods. They're not this and that. They're not a leader. Everything just met with a no. Now these outright laughs, and not even outright with a Nazi sign or swastika, which is an Indian sign. It means broken earth, if you didn't know. This is outright with it sounds like they're getting ready to start saying the racial slur. Right now they're hiding in the comments like a Tribe of Cain. You decide what you're going to do, but I would suggest you just be honest and outright and truthful, instead of like a scary person hiding behind a fake laugh and YouTube and your devices. This mortal and mortals like him need to fight their own battles. But they're doing it at the expense of tough men. And he is not one of them. And those like him are not one of them. I think the word in the English is geeks. losiers, but this is towards mortals to decide what to do.